Catwoman number 9, written by Judd Winnick, art by Gillum March. This is a tie-in to Night of the Owls, and the Talon in this story is going after Penguin, which, in fairness, was revealed last issue. Also, last issue, we had Catwoman and Spark, was his name, are making their plans to go rob Penguin the next night. So, of course, everything's all going to collide together. Anyway, Gotham, back in 1665, I think this one might actually be the oldest of them, so far at least, and we see just this sequence of Talon going and hunting this naked fat guy, and the overarching narrative over it is just saying, like, hey, this Talon, he's good. He's really good at what he does, but he messed up really bad this time because he has this misplaced sense of honor. And when he saw that the guy was basically dressing for bed, he wasn't, good to put up a fight at all or able to do anything. The Talon gave him one of his own daggers and says, like, all right, this is a fair fight now. I will give you time. And then the dude just bolted out the door and started screaming for help, which, of course, he was immediately put down, but he did get the attention of a bunch of, like, British soldiers, and so the Talon had to kill all of them, which is bringing a lot of unwanted attention. So the Court of Owls is like, all right, he's too much trouble. We're going to put him on ice, and may he be buried with his shame of failure to the court. And then we cut to now. We have Catwoman and Spark overlooking the Penguin thing and just saying, like, all right, well, hopefully nothing goes wrong tonight. Womp womp. Then we see the Court of Owls just letting everybody out, and they're giving their missions to everybody. And the one guy's like, I am disgraced. I still live with my shame. And the Court of Owls guys is like, what's this guy's problem? What's he doing? It's like, apparently he's disgraced and still lives with his shame. And so they're like, okay, well, if you want your honor back, go kill Penguin. That sounds like a good enough thing. So Catwoman and Spark are mounting up to get ready to attack or break into Penguin's place as soon as he leaves to go to a club. However, apparently some deal has been falling through on Penguin's end, so he's not able to leave for the club quite yet. He's waiting on a call to come in. And as the one of his henchmen is ordering Penguin a drink, guy on the other end suddenly drops out, so he's like, better go check on him. Opens up the door, Talon bursts in, and immediately kills all of Penguin's goons. So then he's just standing over top Penguin. Penguin's like, whatever you're being paid, I'll pay you tenfold. And he's like, this isn't about the money, this is about my honor. And then he looks over and he sees one of his daggers in a glass case that Penguin has, the same one Catwoman was going to steal. And he's like, why do you have that? He's like, I collect bird things, that's kind of my thing. He's like, oh my God, this is fate. You have literally, oh God, this falls right into my whole honor thing. So he's about to kill Penguin, and Catwoman and Spark are looking on. Spark's like, wow, okay, well, this went kind of south. Let's get out of here. And Catwoman's like, yeah, it did go south. Ugh. And she jumps in through the window to save Penguin. They start fighting briefly. Spark eventually joins in and is just like, hey, all right, let's knock him out and then get out of here. And, of course, he shocks him, thinks he knocked him unconscious, but in actuality just gets right back up. And the fight scene continues. They think they snapped his neck just to show once again how tough the Talons are. But then he gets up and his mask fell off, and we see that he's not okay. Like, he's just constantly like, I will not let you dishonor me. I need this. Just let me have this. And Penguin's just cowering behind his desk. Until finally the Talon uses a rope to wrap up around Spark's neck. Spark can't reach behind him to do his power or anything like that. And he's like, I need those knives so that I can be whole again. And if I'm whole again, the Court of Owls will think I'm worthy. And please just let me have this. And then Catwoman sees how just messed up he is. And he's like, hey, I know where the other knives are. There are 5 of them, right? I have the other 4. I will get them to you. Just let him go. And he's like, you promise? And she's like, I totally. Because, yes. And so he starts letting Spark down, and then immediately Penguin, from behind the desk, uses his umbrella gun to just shoot him through the head. And Catwoman's like, you didn't have to do that. I kind of meant what I was saying. And she's like, whatever. Anyway, I owe you one, and that means something. So Spark and Catwoman, Spark's like, let's just get the hell out of here. And Catwoman's like, yeah. And so she actually manages to take the Talon's body up to, I believe, the top of GCPD, with the 5 daggers, allowing him to be buried in peace, and then turns on the bat signal to let Batman know that, hey, this is up here. And the whole overarching narrative on this is, like, It's sometimes things that seem like they're monsters are actually just misunderstood, and I know that better than anyone. And that's where we leave off. I know this is going to lead more into like more Spark stuff and more of like this specific plot, but this does feel like just kind of the ending of it, and I think that's really good for a one shot, like a tie-in, I should say, for people who aren't regularly reading the story. It did a good job of setting up. Okay, they're looking to steal from Penguin. You didn't need to know all the backstory of like what they're looking for and why. They're just looking to steal from Penguin. Then you get the whole events of the book, and then at the end, it feels like an actual sort of ending, and I think that's actually very good for someone who's not planning on coming back to Catwoman again. So, no, in terms of tie-in, I really do like this. Writing-wise, it's fine. I do, just as an overarching thing on all of these Night of the Owls, I like how they're giving each of these talents their own personality, their own thing. You know, they're not just all, I am good killer and therefore I kill good. It's everyone's got their own thing. And this guy has like some weird honor-bound thing going on, and it's unique. I like the way they're handling that. Art-wise, it's fine. I don't have much to really complain about. One of the goons has like a really weird face thing going on, but I think that's intentional. And everything else is pretty good overall. So, yeah, no, I think this is actually one of the better tie-ins to Night of the Owls in general. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this one I'll give it a 7. Still has a few flaws in there, but for the most part, it is very, very good, and I am looking forward to seeing what happens in the rest of Catwoman.